Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention. I was Chris here with reviews on Justice League Dark number 11 and New Agents of Atlas number 2, starting off with the superior of the two, JLD number 11, Against the Power of Mordru, written by James Tynion, the art by Alvaro Martinez Bueno, coloring by Brad Anderson, the cover by Ryan Sook. So, finally, they find the person. Wonder Woman and Zatanna find the person they think can help them deal with the Lords of Order, Mordru. He was hiding in the least likely spot they imagined, their own headquarters, the Hall of Justice. Yep, he's just been hiding there, getting drinks from a skeleton man. So he forces them to join him in a chat, and while this is going on, Detective Chimp, Swamp Thing, Man-Bat, Khalid Nasor, the previous Dr. Fate, and with old Jason Blood, who was dying because he's no longer bound to Etrigan, and any of the remaining forces of Mira head to a place called Core in order to find some kind of power-up that could help them, try to help them get onto an even playing field against the Dr. Fate and the Lords of Order. But as they find, the Lords of Order are already enacting their plan to get rid of magic. The people of Mira have all started to disappear, and they are confronted by Dr. Fate and at least one other member of the Lords of Order, and Jason Blood decides, we accept. That ends on a cliffhanger there and goes back to the friendly chats between Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and Mordru. Mordru has no intention of helping them at all. He just doesn't want to, but he does give them the powers they need to at least defeat the Lords of Order and maybe the other kind if they wish to continue using that power. So, story, 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. Getting close to the end game, they finally got something that gets them on an even playing field against the Lords of Order. Finally found Mordru. Like I said, least likely spot they could have found him, or could have hoped to find him in. And he reveals, will he or will he not join this fight? He won't, but he gives them something that will at least help them in the fight. The coloring by Bueno and art and coloring by Bueno and Anderson, 4.5 out of 5. Really good art and coloring, amazing art and coloring, especially in the parts in Core with Man-Bat, Swamp Thing, etc. The art and coloring in that is really, really good. And the cover by Ryan Sook, 4 out of 5 for that one. Good art, good coloring, good cover overall. So on to New Agents of Atlas, aka New Asians of Atlas, aka New Agents of Asia, because they really want to drum in the fact that everyone's Asian in this team. Yay! Thank God my people are getting represented. Thank you, Marvel. We definitely needed this. It's not like you already had 1, 2, 3, and probably others. But yay! Anyway. New Agents of Atlas number 2, written by Greg Pak, art by Gang Hyuk Lim, coloring by Federico Blee, the cover by Woo Dae Shim. So, despite the fact he was supposed to appear in issue number 1 as solicited, Swordmaster is here fighting in Shanghai against the Fire Goblins, and he's joined by Arrow, Wave, and Pele? I'm just going to say Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of fire and lava. That's what she is. I probably butchered that. Drinking game, remember, if I butcher a name, you got to take a shot. So they joined forces to fight off the Fire Goblins in Shanghai, and back in Seoul in South Korea, Luna Snow is trapped in ice as Sindr and the Fire Goblins arrive to take over South Korea, forcing Amadeus Cho to teleport everyone, apart from Luna Snow, away so that they can regroup and formulate a plan to free Luna Snow, who is very vital. Her ice powers can be used greatly against Sindr and the Fire Goblins. Hence why they've mainly been targeting those that have ice or water based powers. Is a huge weakness against them. So they're able to come up with a plan to free Luna Snow, and then all of them together join to in order to help free all of Asia from Sindr and the Fire Goblins. So story 3 out of 5. It was average. It was a very average issue, and it was kind of rushed. Like as soon as Cho and the new Agents of Atlas disappear, it then suddenly goes into South Korea is now annexed as a protectorate of New Muspelheim, and Fire Goblins, the Queen assures that no fire in the land will spark without her blessing, and she will promise that those who accept her rule will have their fire restored and will gain the protection of her goblins as long as she reigns. So just like that, quickly, it's just, here's now, New Muspelheim is now a thing now. It's just here, and just all the people are just like, this is fine. If we don't do anything, it'll be fine. Yes, this is fine. Okay, it was quick. Like I said, rushed. It just suddenly it's just now under control of Queen Sindr, and then when they bring Swordmaster, Arrow, Wave, and Pele to the group in Shanghai, they're still fighting in Shanghai. So it's just like this all happened in the same day. Like, okay, sure, whatever. And another thing, they reintroduce, like, apart from Swordmaster, who actually does need an introduction as this is his first appearance here, they reintroduce everyone else. It's just like, here's Pearl Pangan, aka Wave, Lei Ling, aka Arrow, Pele, Hawaiian goddess of fire and lava, yada 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 yada, Amadeus Cho, aka Brawn, de facto leader of the new Agents of Atlas, Ami Han, aka White Fox. Like, Swordmaster is only the real one that needs an introduction to his name and his superhero name as well. I don't see why they needed to reintroduce everyone else unless they think their readers have a very low attention span and will forget everyone's name. I wasn't impressed with the first issue. I could still remember everyone's name. Io, Shang-Chi, and you had Eros, Pele, Wave, etc., etc. It's like, I don't see why you had to include these again. The art by Gang Hook Lim and the coloring by Federico Blee, 3.5 out of 5. I think the coloring has really had its best when there's Fire Goblins, pretty much. I think most of the time the art and coloring of the Fire Goblins is really good. But overall, it was above average, good, nothing too fancy. The cover by Wu Dei Shim, 4 out of 5. Some faces are, couple of faces are a bit off. It could be the reaction, but the art and the coloring on the cover is really good. I really like this cover, so at least something good came out of this. So that's it for Justice League Dark and New Agents of Atlas. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.